What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of The Three View. Today, we are joined by West Texas Wranglers head coach Austin Sutter. How's it been going?
Doing great, Brittany. Thanks for having us on, and pretty excited here to get rolling here next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And this will be the team's inaugural season in the NA3HL. What excites you most about bringing this program to Amarillo?
You know what? Obviously we have the team in the North American League here in Amarillo, and we're going on year five there. And when we started that project, there was a lot of interest in the NA3 at that time, and we didn't really want to bite off more than we could chew. Opening the Ice Ranch, which is our practice facility and the facility where the West Texas team is going to be playing. And so for us, we waited a few years and with the teams moving to the southeast, our partners in the NA, like New Mexico, El Paso, and the Brahmas, they reached out and said, "Hey, you guys really got to do a team. It's something that I think would benefit you and the New South Division." And we dove into it and looked at all the numbers and details and how it works, and we realized very quickly that it was something that was a no-brainer in a sense to add the team here to our franchise and to the North American League, existing team that we have.
And you touched on it yourself. You guys will have the direct affiliation with the NA team. Talk about how that will benefit your players in terms of having that established development pipeline.
Yeah, that was one of the big reasons we want to have an NA3 team. And not only does it provide local, regional kids opportunities, it definitely is a pathway. And we're right here across the street from one another. We share facilities, resources. We share all those things that help players organize their life around becoming the best version of themselves and the best player they can be. And it's funny you brought it up because we have five kids right now across the street attending the Wranglers NAHL main camp and training camp, and so it's already in full swing with opportunities for these young men here on the NA3HL side.
And that's awesome to hear, especially right out the gate. You're already
Yeah,
setting the groundwork for what you hope to be, a bright future.
absolutely.
And as we kind of switch more over into this upcoming season, with this being your first year as a head coach, how do you go about creating a culture from day one?
You know what? The special thing about Amarillo is we've had junior hockey here in the North American League since 2009. And I retired from playing from the Central Hockey League that year, and I jumped right in with the Amarillo Bulls, now currently in North Iowa. And through that time, we've had a lot of success and hundreds and thousands of stories, really, of young men that have come through this city, this community, through our billet homes, through our programs and are on to doing great things, not only in hockey but in life. And so for us, it is a new team, but it's really not because we're just continuing on, the success that the Bulls and the Wranglers the first 4 years have had. And being a first year head coach for me, it's I've had a lot of experiences here through the junior hockey in Amarillo with guys like Dennis Williams, now the head coach at Bowling Green, won a gold medal, couple gold medals with Team Canada in the World Juniors. Rocky Russo, coach of the year in the USHL. John Roger, Matt Nicholson, and the list goes on and on. And I haven't even talked about Harry Mahood, who's our president and GM currently of our hockey operations side, who arguably had the one of the best Tier 3 programs in USA hockey history. So we come from a long line of smart people, great coaches, and a great program that's been established here for quite a long time. And the new West Texas Wranglers, the goal is to just build off that and continue to grow something here that's unique and special to this area, and really give our local and regional players quite a new opportunity for those guys and their families moving forward.
Yeah, for sure. And with the Amarillo team having such a big presence in the city, what do you think is going to happen when you bring in this new team? And how do you think the fan experience will kind of carry over from the NA team into the 3HL team?
You know what? It's actually crazy. I wasn't expecting the impact of the announcement of the team like it's been. I talked to our ticket director yesterday. Our season tickets are up on the North American League side, and what we're doing is offering season tickets for the West Texas team to all of our season ticket holders on the NAHL side. And we've sold more tickets this year than any other year, even in the Bulls history. And so super exciting there. And we invested over $100,000 in the ice ranch and upgrades and locker room and all kinds of stuff here to really put on a great fan experience. We've had some nice partners step up within the community that have created some really cool and unique features in the rink now with new lounges and viewing areas, things like that. And we're really looking to continue to provide affordable family entertainment here every single weekend now, which is the best part, not just on the 14 NAHL weekends, but an additional 10 or 12 NA3HL weekends. And we have a great fan base, a well-educated fan base of hockey people here that I know are going to be thrilled and excited to be at the Ice Ranch on a Friday, Saturday night cheering the guys on.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely makes for a unique experience now that the town has both teams. And like you said, hockey
Mhm.
will be there every weekend.
Absolutely.
And being, like you touched on a little bit earlier, involved in the Amarillo community for so long, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned throughout your time with the organization that you're going to carry on into year one with the NA3HL team?
Yeah, great question. I think it's a combination of so many experiences and so many different roles that I've had here, from playing professional hockey and coaching and managing and ownership. Driving the Zamboni, sharpening skates. At one point, I was the mascot, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's for me, it's just about providing positive experiences, right? I think for us in Amarillo, we really want to take the humanistic approach in development, the positive approach, make hockey fun again, right? And I think from my experiences, it's really about coming to the rink every day, enjoying it, not making it a job, although there's a ton of work and a ton of preparation and commitment from the players and the staff and everybody here, including our billet homes and our front office, right? And so collectively, coming to the rink in a positive way, enjoying being here, and just it's the best time of these young guys' lives, right? I look back on my career and it's like you miss those days. And sometimes there's some hard days. The body and the emotional, the physical, the mental side it can be challenging at times in junior hockey. But ultimately, we're growing good young men, good husbands, good fathers, good people in the community, and doing that through the game that we love. And that's the key to me is keeping that front and center and loving the game and enjoying it.
Yeah, definitely. And having these personal experiences yourself, what is your message to your players who aspire to move on to the next level?
Yeah, I think, I think patience is one. We had a talk this morning with our group about comparing ourselves to others. It's so easy at this age to see friends and family members and peers, going to college, buying their first home, getting married, things like that. And I think kids need to realize, I don't like to call them kids, but the young men need to realize, that good things in life take time, right? And kind of wherever God puts you, you're there and you got to grow there where you're at, And so they're here in West Texas, in Amarillo, and they're here to grow. And I think, the grass isn't greener everywhere else. It's not greener in West Texas. It's not greener across the state or across the country. I think you have to have some patience and you have to put the time and the effort in. And then I think the payout will be there in the end for these guys.
Right. And when we look at the growing hockey market that is Texas, how excited are you to continue to grow the footprint of junior hockey and then also just have a program that younger players can look up to in the area?
So exciting, really. Just to be a small part of the growth here in Texas has been such a blessing. Something that you can lay your head down at night and really appreciate, And This year our roster has kids from Wichita, Kansas, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Dallas, Texas, Odessa, Texas, Amarillo, of course, and honestly throughout the entire region. And junior hockey is about spreading your wings and getting out there and trying new things. So it's great that kids do stay home, but it's also great that kids can travel 5, 6 hours down the road and have an opportunity as well. And for us to be a small part of that. I think, Texas in general has done such a good job at development and programming, building new rinks, and just having a great group of former professional players, the Dallas Stars. Our home office for the NAHL is in Dallas, Texas. So, for me, it's a group effort, and we all share a passion for this and a love for this. And I am very proud. I am a Canadian, but I am very proud to be a part of Texas hockey and the growth here.
And as we look forward to the future of this program, what is your biggest goal for not only this upcoming year, but 3 to 5 years down the line as well?
Yeah, I think we want to be like the Texas Brahmas or the next New Mexico Ice Wolves, programs like that have sustainability, that have a culture of moving players on, not only in school but in life. And we want to be a place that parents and families can feel comfortable sending their son here to develop, right? And a place that is a safe place that provides, like I said earlier, a humanistic approach to all of this, and a place where they can leave here becoming more mature. I think that's a big part of junior hockey is maturing and getting those life lessons along the way. And we are a development system. I do think in junior hockey, in some programs, it's win at all costs. That's not how we are here. We love to win. We want to win. The goal is to win. That's the reason we keep score, right? But at the end of the day, I think there's so many different ways you can evaluate success in a program like this, and for us, I think it's ultimately just building young men and watching them grow, and then establishing a relationship for life with those guys and seeing what they can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Austin, for hopping on this call today and giving us some insight on the West Texas Wranglers. We look forward to seeing what you do this upcoming season.
Yeah, we're super excited and really passionate about this league and the people behind it, and ready to get going here next Friday in Austin.
All right, awesome. We're excited.
Take care.